Really important piece right now is to highlight where we are in our journeys, right? You're definitely years ahead of me, I would say, because I'm just starting now,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
In terms of I just finished school and now I'm looking towards doing that. But it's so interesting to me. Like the way you are in your personality definitely speaks towards the networking piece,
Mm.
right? And I think maybe in time that will be something that speaks to me as well, because I do understand how important that is in terms of what we're embarking on. But for me, I think because I do that so much in my current job,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to not doing that.
It. Yeah. Say
I'm
more.
looking forward to being an entrepreneur who's on like certain platforms and I get clients that way and I just live this quieter
Mm.
existence.
Okay.
And then maybe in a few years, I could see the more wanting to go to more places and spaces to where I'll do more networking. But I can understand where you are in your journey and how important that is. And I also think of where you live,
Yeah.
right, versus where I live about how that could be different as well.
Hmm. No, that's a great point. That's a great point. And it's good, right? Because again, you guys, you can be on your journey, right? It's a journey. You just have to be intentional about the mindset you want to have
Mhm.
on your entrepreneurial journey. What's that phrase? What's in it for me? Right?
Oh, okay.
So it's what's in it for me, it's what's in it for the company, it's what's in
Hmm.
it for the community, right? Like everyone is going to benefit from you being your best self wherever you are.
Hmm.
Be your best.
Right.
Be
Yeah.
and yeah, go ahead, Tam. You want to say something?
Um, be your best, yes. But I was just thinking when you asked about what's that thing again, and you were doing the W's, what came to mind too, and it ties into being your best for me, is if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to be in different rooms, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it ties into networking too,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm trying to just get in the room. I haven't got to go to different rooms yet. I'm just trying to get in the first room. What I always wondered with you, I think it's based on location as well. Do you find it lonely being an entrepreneur?
Heck yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. There's so much losing
Yeah.
in being an entrepreneur. It's
Hmm.
like and I don't want to focus on like connotation, right? Oh, it's such a negative connotation to lose. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus
Hmm.
on context of lose.
Hmm.
There's no way you're going to be successful in anything and not lose. You have to, right? And there's
Hmm.
so much losing in
Right.
being an entrepreneur that you have to pick yourself up and go.
Hmm. Okay.
You have to be able to so that's a lonely thing, right? Because
Yeah.
that's you picking yourself up and saying, taking a breath and be like, all right, let me try again. But
Yeah.
but can you imagine the amount of mental, you want to call it stuckness,
Right.
right? That an entrepreneur go through. And
Hmm.
two, I am a solo entrepreneur. I'm a single,
Right.
right? So there is no partner in this, right?
Right.
Is and there is Kim, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
making sure that everything is there, the legal pieces, right?
Right.
Taken care of, the fees are taken care of. I do the marketing, I do I make sure the sales happen. Like it's all me.
Right. Yeah.
So it is a very lonely, it's a very lonely area.
Hmm.
That's why I really do believe that community and
Yeah.
working
Hmm.
and vulnerability is like superpowers in
Yeah.
your when you're an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
Superpowers. If you know how to be vulnerable with the right people, right?
Yeah.
You do your assessment. Um,
Hmm.
that is something that's going to, and get your own coaching and go to therapy,
Right. Mm.
right? And work through work through those kinks. And it's so interesting you say that, Tam, because that is literally like my ideal client.
Mhm.
Client is single, unmarried, um, entrepreneurs who
Yeah.
want to be unstuck, who
Mhm.
want to figure out, why is it that I'm not doing more of the things that could not only make me more money, but get my
Yeah.
message out there.
Right.
It's internal.
Oh, 100%.
It is so internal.
Yeah. Yeah. I say 100% because I know there are external factors that come into play for sure. But if you can't get past whatever your level of stuckness
Mhm.
is, it's so hard to comprehend going any further,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
With personal therapy, I definitely
You
believe
really highly.
in personal therapy for sure. I actually saw my therapist today, and we
Okay.
talked about that piece too. Like my stuckness was coming from seeing too many steps ahead.
Okay.
So getting stuck before even moving.
Analysis paralysis, right? Like it's like
100%.
you're busy like,
100%.
okay.
Yeah, because I talked to my hubby quite a bit about decision fatigue.
Yeah.
It's like throughout my day, so many people talk to me. I make so many decisions. And then sometimes when I come home, I don't want to even talk about what I want to eat for dinner. Like, just I'm tapped. So I know decision fatigue well, right? But now, yes, this is a paralysis for sure. Because at times, just thinking so much about the future, and I feel like that's what I've noticed as I go towards this journey, is sometimes I'm thinking so far ahead that I'm tripping myself up.
Mm.
All right. So I was explaining some stuff that I was thinking to work on, not even working on. I was thinking to work on. And basically, she was like, without saying it like this, but this is what she meant, girl. Like, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to stop tripping myself up by seeing the million steps ahead and then feeling paralyzed by it. So I think that's why I'm taking like this softer journey towards being an entrepreneur, right? Because number one, don't know what I'm doing. Right? I don't. I have networked in smaller capacities for sure in terms of talking to the therapist. And besides you, I do have some therapists in my life who have navigated being a therapist in Ontario. And just the feedback and the like the path guiding that they've helped me so much, right? So after doing therapy today, I realized break it down into smaller steps. So I'm almost going to go back to something that's similar to my five fives.
Okay.
Talked about different paths to being an entrepreneur. And I think it's also really important to think of your personality when you're in that path, because my personality is definitely usually more slow and chilled out, definitely an overthinker too, though, but I act slower.
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm learning to also slow down the thought process to get there.
That's good.
We had different discussions about stuck points for the both of us on this journey. And it's just so interesting. I've seen where you've developed too, and I see where you're going, and I'm so proud of you. And I
Mm.
just want to highlight that too. I'm really proud of you. You have broken the mold. I know your sis did her thing. I know your brother did his thing. But seeing you go through your journey and seeing you become, I've seen you believe in your own journey,
Mm.
right? I've seen it go from a seed to where it's now a flourishing plant to now where it's going to be this massive tree, like the mustard seed. Like I'm seeing the different levels, and I just have to say, I'm really proud of you, babe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
I it's
Mm.
process. It is not for the faint of heart. Entrepreneurialism is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
There's so much self-doubt,
Mhm.
so much self-doubt. There's so much thought about relevancy.
Right.
You know, like, is this
Hmm.
is what I want to do relevant? You know, are people gonna come? Right? They say if you build it, they'll come.
Right.
Are they? Right? Like,
Right.
to come. Like, it's so funny. I had a friend that said, when I was in college, I was doing a course called business ethics or ethics in business, and he,
Mhm.
what kind of course is that? There's no ethics in business.
Right.
And I was really taken aback. I was like, what do you mean? Yes, there's gotta be ethics. But then you live
Right.
and learn, right? And you see that not a lot of people really value ethics in business. And that was
Mhm.
one of the reasons I was like, entrepreneurialism is not for me. Because if I have to do it that way, I don't want to do it.
Right.
I don't want
Okay.
to do it that way. I want to do it authentic. I want to do it in a way that it really is people over profit.
Hmm.
Point where you always say to me, like, girl, you better work on that price. Like,
Yes, I do.
it's already so low.
I'm like, we need a living wage though. We need a living wage.
For wage, we need wage, right? Which is also a part of the entrepreneurial journey, right? Like knowing how to charge your worth,
Right.
right? Being okay with that. Don't feel guilty
Right.
about that because you know what you have to put in. So it's okay to give people the opportunity to
Hmm.
invest in themselves.
Right. Yeah.
But it is. Anytime you come up with a price, look at it as they're going to invest in themselves. I'm worth,
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
know what I have for them is going to help.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think that's what I'm kind of getting at when I say that you have started to believe in yourself, right? Um, Even getting to that point where that is true for you. Because in the past, I remember you priced really, really low. And a part of it was this belief that people wouldn't pay what you're actually worth. So for you to believe in yourself and to actually raise your prices to where you're actually okay, not even fully thriving yet, we'll get there, but just to where you're okay, I think that's pretty awesome.
All right. So you ready to tap out?
Let's tap out, babe.
All right. So what would you let everyone know? What's a tip that you could give them about what could help them to maintain a healthy entrepreneurial mindset?
I think I would say to start with the five fives, just carving out some time to actually figure out what you want to do with yourself in terms of your mindset, lifestyle. What is it about being an entrepreneur that appeals to you? And what do you actually want to do? Do you have the skills to get there? Do you need to go back to school? Figure out those pieces during your five fives. I would say, because I've done where I have left my job and then kind of felt still stuck. So
Yeah.
I would encourage you to try to figure it out while you're still gainfully employed, if that is possible for you. Because it just makes it a lot more mentally taxing if you don't have the finances coming in from the 9 to 5 while you're trying to figure out how to be an entrepreneur.
I concur.
Right? And I think my last thing is just go at your pace, right? Everyone's f- time frame is different. You might think it's going to be one way, and then you get into it and you find that some of these hoops are harder to jump through. So go at your own pace and also get help where you need it, whether it's through networking, personal therapy, a bit of both.
Awesome.
What
Awesome.
about you? What are
Um,
your tips?
so my tips for you are for our beautiful community. My tip is get to know yourself. Spend time asking yourself questions about what do I like to do?
Yeah.
Right? Like who am I if
Mhm.
without my job, right? What would I do if I was never paid for it? Like what would be that thing that I would do if I just like you don't even have to pay me. I just love doing this so much. I've heard hair stylists, cosmetologists. I've heard them say this all the time. I would do this for free. Now, Mark, they want their money, but they're like, I would do, because you really do know that this is what you do. This is
Mhm.
the thing, right? So get to know yourself. Spend time knowing your weaknesses. That is going to help you so much. Your strengths are great, but those imperfections, oh boy, those are going to teach you so much about yourself, about people, about the world, about what kind of business owner you want to be. It's going to teach you so much. And carve out time for you. You are a priority.
Mhm.
You need to be a priority. Any other mindset other than I am a priority is unhealthy. It's
Mhm.
unhealthy. Whether when whoever you put before that, whether you put your
Mhm.
children, whether you put your job, whether you put your spouse, your partner, you have to carve out time for you so that you could be the best friend, you could be the best spouse, you could be the best parent, you could be the best entrepreneur you could be. You carve out
Mhm.
time especially for you. And lastly, on your 9 to 5, for those of you who have one,
Mhm.
treat it as your assignment. Honor when you go into that workplace, honor that assignment. You know the mission and the value, know the mission and the vision for the company. That's important. You work there. Know what the mission and the vision is for that company, because when it's your time, you are going to also need to know what your mission and what your vision is, and all that's going to do is just help you to have a bigger why. You're just going to
Mhm.
have a stronger why while you're on your assignment, on your way to your purpose.
Yeah.
So treat it as your assignment.
Mhm.
Show up on time.
Yes, please. Please.
Do quality work.
Mhm.
Practice effective communication. Treat it
Mhm.
as your assignment, because that's what's going to get you to your next.
Mhm.
All
And
right.
wait,
Good.
right before the, all right, I
Yeah.
just want to piggyback off of one thing that you said too, in regards to the 9 to 5, right? At my job, there's this culture of working through your lunch,
Mm.
right?
Talk about it.
Or working through your break,
Talk about it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got like this frame where I put my times that I'm on lunch every day, and for that hour, people know, leave me alone. Sometimes I sleep because I'm tired. When I was in school, I was doing schoolwork, assignments, and that. Sometimes it's self-care. I listen to meditation videos, yoga videos, those kinds of pieces. Sometimes it's literally to do nothing. So what I encourage my team is they have set breaks. So I encourage them to go into these rooms that we have, or their car, or outside, or just anywhere else, and use the time to cultivate their dreams.
That's good.
This is another way to find time within your day. Those
Yeah.
lunch hours that you sit and you're talking about randomness, you can sit and talk about randomness, maybe 15 minutes, eat, and then go and spend 45 minutes. Or if it's a 15-minute break, spend 10 of that or
Yeah.
5 of that on yourself.
Love it.
So use your time and find your time to cultivate your dreams.
Love it. Honor your time, people.
Mhm.
Honor your time. All right. So that's what we have for you today. Thank you again for joining us. This is Therapist Talk. I'm Kim,
I'm Tamiko.
and we will catch you next time. Have a great week. Bye.